Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into this wild Texas tale. Yeah, Texas, home of brisket, and now, government-sponsored marriage rescue missions.
Wow, government-sponsored marriage? That's one way to spice up the Lone Star State, right?
Exactly. It's like, picture this. You're married. You're trudging through, a rough patch, and suddenly the state's offering you a tax break to keep it together.
Yep.
It's as if Texas decided that surviving a demolition derby of emotions should be rewarded with a check.
That's insane, but also kind of hilarious in a dark, satirical way. Seriously, who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, the proposal has that vibe. A bit like a sitcom rejected by Hallmark, and then, given a twist by someone like Ron DeSantis. They're calling it promoting family values. But really, it's like turning your marriage into an IRS-approved loyalty program.
Right, and I mean, come on. How are they expecting couples to take this seriously when it's all wrapped up in tax incentives?
It's bizarre! You and your partner have to be legally married, living under the same roof. No divorce papers in the mail. And, not even spamming each other with passive-aggressive Facebook posts.
Yeah.
It sounds laughable. But then you gotta wonder, what message does it send about personal freedom and state power?
Absolutely. It kind of feels like the state is saying, we're here to help your family, but only if your family fits our ideal picture.
Exactly.
Right.
It's almost like this policy is saying, if you don't check all our boxes, you're not worthy of the financial perk. I mean, who defines a good marriage in this context?
That's a good point. I mean, if it's all about appearances and ticking off boxes, then we're setting up a scenario that dangerously resembles a dystopia.
And here's where it gets twisted. The same folks pushing this idea also oppose no-fault divorce. They want to defund public schools, and then they'll preach small government while micromanaging your personal life. It's like expecting small government while letting it dictate who you marry and when you leave.
Exactly. It's ironic. They talk about reducing government interference. Yet, here they are, stepping into your living room, maybe even into your love life, with conditions.
Yeah, it's like, imagine a government official popping by and saying, "Oh, your marriage anniversary? Don't forget, you owe us a smile and a slow dance if you want that lovely rebate." It's surreal.
Haha, yeah. I can just imagine someone saying, honey, I was about to finally get out, but hey, look, a tax break. It sounds more like a perverse financial incentive than support.
Exactly. Marrying for benefits is nothing new here. We've got late-stage capitalism doing that all the time, but now it's flipped into the realm of personal relationships. And it's not just about keeping couples together. It's about controlling the narrative around family.
Right. It's as if the policy is saying that a healthy family is one that conforms to their prescribed values. No divorces, certain gender roles maintained, all of it pre-packaged and tax code approved.
Yes, and here's a twist. What if someone's in, a deeply unhappy or even abusive marriage? Will the state really ignore that just because there's a financial incentive to delay divorce? Where does the humanity factor come in?
Totally. And that's a really troubling angle. Instead of, addressing the root causes of family breakdowns like economic hardship, underfunded public schools, or lack of childcare, they're just throwing dollars at the problem.
And that's where the satire really cuts deep. Public schools are crumbling, infrastructure's on the verge of collapse, yet there's a budget line for marriage merit pay. It's as if the government's priorities are as twisted as the concept itself.
For sure. I mean, who needs universal health care when you can have a tax credit for not filing for divorce?
Exactly. It's all about control. Look, some of the loudest proponents of this idea have, interesting personal records. Politicians with messy divorces and sometimes scandalous personal lives.
True.
It's like paying you to paint a perfect picture even if the canvas is cracked.
Right. The irony is in full display. They push for traditional values while ignoring the very failures in their own policies and practices.
And you gotta wonder, who exactly is defining the metrics of a good marriage here? Is it the number of years together, the avoidance of a looming divorce, or, merely appearances at the right time? It's a slippery slope.
Absolutely. And it's worrisome when you consider that this isn't just about policy, it's about surveillance on private lives. It's like they're turning your home into a testing ground for state-sanctioned morality.
Yes, and think about this. It's as though Texas is saying, stay married and we'll throw in a rebate, just like a cheesy loyalty program. It's not support, it's control.
And that control seems to be a misdirection from where the real issues lie. Support for families through wage increases, better childcare, improved education. Instead, we get a bizarre financial carrot to keep things nominally together.
Exactly. It's like offering you a discount on a failing product rather than actually fixing the product itself. And it's a sad commentary on modern politics, isn't it?
It really is. Rather than tackling fundamental issues, the government's opting for these symbolic gestures that do little to mend the bigger fractures in society.
Yes, it's a stark reminder. Policy should be about addressing root causes, not just covering up problems with, superficial incentives. And there's
Definitely.
that underlying message. This proposal is less about helping families and more about, controlling them to fit a predetermined mold.
Right, and honestly, it feels like a twisted echo of some dystopian narrative. Think The Handmaid's Tale, but, Texas edition.
Exactly. It's absurdly ironic. Honestly, if your marriage is a battleground, a tax credit won't heal the wounds, and it might even keep people trapped in situations that are far from healthy.
I have to say, while the policy might seem funny on the surface, it really lays bare some deep social and economic contradictions.
Yep, it's a snapshot of a political machine that's more interested in symbolism than substance.
Oh, for sure.
Meanwhile, real support for families, like raising the minimum wage or funding childcare, takes a back seat.
And, that's where I have to challenge the point a bit. Some might argue that this kind of policy could at least spark a conversation about family values. But I'd say it oversimplifies complex issues with a one-size-fits-all tax break.
Right, exactly. It's, a red herring. Instead of engaging with the real problems, it distracts the public with a flashy tax incentive while leaving the systemic hardships unaddressed. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Absolutely. It's a superficial fix for deep-seated issues. And if we're being honest, it raises questions about whose interests get prioritized. Big government control over authentic support for struggling families.
Yes, it's, a stark commentary on how politics can often neglect real, tangible support in favor of easy votes and feel-good sound bites.
Right.
And it's especially ironic coming from a party that touts small government.
Exactly. Small government in theory. But then suddenly praising a program that pries into your private life to ensure you conform to traditional norms. That's a big contradiction.
And, that's the takeaway here. It's like they're betting on the illusion that financial incentives can patch up deeper issues. The real answer lies in addressing economic inequities and social supports instead.
Definitely. It's a reminder for us all to look deeper than the flashy proposals and focus on meaningful change that benefits families holistically.
Exactly, like, if you're going to invest in the well-being of families, you need to start by fixing the foundational problems: education, healthcare, and economic support. Not just offering a rebate for staying together for appearance's sake.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is a cautionary tale about how diluted policy can be when it tries to dress up control measures as support measures.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a question. If the state is going to dip its hand into your personal life with tax credits and meaningless checklists, what happened to genuine, community-focused solutions?
Right. In the end, if we truly want to help families thrive, we need to invest in people, not just patch things up with financial incentives that ignore deeper societal fractures.
Precisely. It's a sharp, satirical mirror reflecting policy priorities and a call to, rethink what family support should really mean in any society.